Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motor Cars here in Rogers, Minnesota, a northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and a mere 45 minutes away from the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport for those of you who want to come and look at our stuff in person. Today we're going to talk about one of those cars that I just always fell in love with, not only because of some TV show that I used to watch, Magnum PI 308, Ferrari, whereas we have a 1987 328 GTS, which is a little bit more of an upgraded one, but we are so familiar with the Tom Selleck in that red Ferrari and the Rosso Corsa red, which is probably one of the most famous colors for Ferraris ever in the world, right here on our sales floor. Now, you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start, a walk around, give you more details. And you can click in the link in the description. It'll take you right to our website and all the pricing and information on this car, which will also give you access to our over 100 additional vehicles we currently have in inventory, except from the 1920s all the way up into the 2000s and beyond. And our website being www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. So if you want some really interesting information, whatever, by all means, take a look at our website. You can also call us 763-428-7337 if you have questions or concerns. We're here to answer all those. But let's get into the crux of the deal. 1987, as I said, I'm wearing the Hawaiian shirts kind of to signify the Tom Selleck look of the Ferraris. That's where these probably became some of the most famous for people to really see them and whatever. His was a 308. Ours is that next upgraded 328, which means it has a little bigger motor, a little bit lower stance, a little more extras, whatnot. You know, this is the 3.2 liter double overhead cam V8 fuel injected, of course. And of course, it's got information with the 5-speed manual transmission as well. So it really is a true sports car, to say the least. But yes, this is the car that, you know, was made famous by that television show. I mean, everyone remembers watching that. I did myself. But Ferrari, I mean, they make sure to let you know that they have it right there. Don't you love the hideaway headlights? And they operate so smoothly. It is really, really neat. Now remember, this is a mid-mounted engine. This is where your spare tire is, a small compartment for carrying some things, maybe tools, jack, whatever. But that's the front of the car. The engine's in the back. Let's just keep walking around here. Look at this. I mean, this thing has the beautiful Ferrari emblem right in the middle of those custom alloy wheels. And they got the brand new tires on this car, the Z-rated tires. You know, this car can go pretty darn fast, needless to say, especially with that 5-speed. And you just look at this car. Everything was an option. Even in these eras, you could get the dual outside remote control mirrors. This particular car, of course, has the 5-speed manual transmission, but they also added a very nice feature that not all of these cars had, and it's air conditioning. Air conditioning and power windows. Those are two things that were, again, something extra that someone went over and above the call of when they ordered this car. Of course, this is the Targa top, so you can simply drive it like this if you want. Behind the back seats here is a top. One person can put that on, drop of a hat, in case the weatherman had lied to you and gave you a little falsehood in terms of the weather was going to be good or bad. Beautiful, like I said, it's got the louvers for cooling for the rear engine, and of course the air intakes on the side as well. Don't you just remember that back end, those tail lights like that, 328 GTS. Neat exhaust right there. Sounds like $1 million when you hear this thing run. So yes, it's one of those cars that's really, really special. Again, one of the colors that's probably one of the best in the world. Now, a car like this, you always are concerned. This does have a clear CarFax on it as well. So if you got the clear CarFax, that's always important to a lot of folks, me included. Now, it does come with 4-wheel power disc brakes. So that's always important for cars that go really fast. And it does have the rack and pinion steering. So you really can feel like you're in control with this particular car. I mean, air conditioning, power windows, such nice options to have on a car of this sort. Like I said, it just is a real easy transition to go from an open car to the Targa top. Not a big deal. Engine, of course, mid-mounted. Boy, it just has such a great sound to this car. And take a look at the interior on this car. Beautiful tan leather interior all the way around. Beautiful Ferrari mats. They've got the instrument cluster that really is neat, and all your controls are right at your fingertips right there. But I like the fact that it actually is a stick, a manual transmission. Just makes it that much more special to me. To have a car like this, with that, I really like it. And this is kind of the old school. It's probably one of the last Ferraris or in this vintage that you can actually, the average guy can work on a little bit. I mean, is more, as they call it, analog than it is of the high tech. And Anzio himself was partially responsible for part of the design and the making of this car. So he had some of the, it was one of the last vehicles that he actually put some insight into, since he was one of the main founders of this particular genre. And it's one of those cars that just stands out in a crowd. Now you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and TikTok as well. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much, and you'll enjoy looking at some of the old cars that we've had in the past and our current inventory as well. No, it's one of those exotic cars that still has a little appeal for a guy who really has a hands-on, if you know what I mean. It's kind of more of a, like I say, more of the old school, and that's the word I'm going to use for those of you out there watching this. It's a little more old school. You'll know what that means. Low miles on this thing, less than 600 miles a year since it was new, and that really bodes well for one of these cars. It's just one of the, around here in our part of the woods, we probably don't drive them as much as you say you would if you were out in California or Arizona, Texas. Boy, sure will be nice to have that air conditioning, to say the least, with this. Now, if you're like me, you're going to say, I really like watching videos. They're great. They're very informative. They help me a lot, but I need to come and look in person. By all means, we'd love to have you come down to Ellingson's. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5. Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. For those of you who want to touch it, make sure it's real. It certainly is. One of those cars that, you'll want to probably join the Ferrari club or one of the exotic clubs or whatever, just because those people are very informative, help you if you have any questions or whatnot. It's always nice to have those people that have the same passion that you do. And this is a car of passion. Needless to say, it really is. Now, the other thing that Ellingson Motor Cars can help you with, say it's your first exotic, say it's your first classic car, and you said, where do I get financing for one of these cars? Well, we have many sources to help you do that. We can do that. Give us a call, 763-428-7337. You can click on our information bar on our website on the homepage, and it says financing. You click right on that. It'll take you right there to fill out a credit app, and we'll do our very best to get you the best terms that you're looking for. So another one of those things to do. The other thing we can assist with, if you do live out of state, we have many sources for getting cars shipped, any place in the world for that matter. We can get it shipped to you, so it can be sitting from our showroom floor to your driveway in a very short amount of time. So this is one of those cars that if you're looking for something, you really want that exotic, you want something really special, you want something that brings back memories for me, like I said, of the Tom Selleck show, Magnum PI. It's just one of those cars that just is kind of in my youth, if you will. And I'm sure there are a lot of you out there think the same thing, but it's something that it would really be just lots and lots of fun. Give us a call, 763-428-7337. We'll do our very best to answer any and all questions you may have. And I guess with that being said, if you're looking for your first exotic, this is really a great choice. And Ferrari is always going to be one of those cars that's going to hold a great value, be something that you'll enjoy for many, many generations to come. So thank you again for watching our video. I appreciate it very much. And we'll see you next time at EllingsonMotorCars.com.